Hey Jensen, I thought I was breaking into a cutting-edge tech corporation. Turns out it's just a giant bakery? It's so hot here, I'm literally melting!
That's not temperature, Roach. That's the smell of the future being baked.
Your future consumes a ridiculous amount of power. Planning to roast the planet before AI even gets smart?
A machine that shapes the world has never run on AA batteries.
Oh, please stop talking like a sci-fi movie's final boss. You're giving me goosebumps. A formal hello to you, the most powerful man in Silicon Valley. Pretty sure you've never seen a cockroach walking on two legs like this, huh?
I know you, Roach. The tech world has been gossiping a lot about you lately. We have a private group chat, and Elon and Mark keep talking about you nonstop.
Wow.
A cockroach bypassing security just to meet them. My system has already started collecting data on you. Have you registered your fingerprints yet?
Oh, so I'm famous enough to keep your billion-dollar chips busy? I actually just met Mr. Trump. I gotta admit, billionaires and politicians have rock-solid nerves. They stayed so calm meeting me. Not like Mr. Beast one look at me and he passed right out.
Oh, you actually met Mr. Trump too?
Almost died, man. Sniper's lasers were pinned all over me.
You truly are an unimaginable variable. A cockroach straight out of a trash bin, messing with the minds of those who shape the world.
Don't blame me. I'm just a practical cockroach making money to fund my world exploration.
If you want money, you gotta work. How about working for me? I've said it in our group chat before. The smart and rebellious ones are usually the ones who achieve greatness.
Is the pay high?
Very high.
Nah, you can't trick me. High pay means I have to grind extremely hard. Then where would I find the time for exploration? By the time I save enough money, I'll be completely drained by capitalism, with no energy left to travel.
What did they share with you anyway? Judging by their styles, I guess it was a whole lot.
Mostly first principles. But these are foundational rules from top-tier billionaires and politicians, a world apart from the empty theories on the internet.
Exactly. They don't have time to walk you through the details, but what they say is condensed from their own blood and sweat that's worth far more than endless cliches.
So, can you help me out and drop some knowledge just like they did?
Certainly. I kinda like you. You're smart and rebellious, just like a kid. And I absolutely love kids.
Thank God. Finally, a normal person who accepts me.
You know what these are, right? They are the brains behind how the world will operate in the future.
The brain? Sounds fancy. But to me, AI right now just looks like high-end chatbots that write poetry and draw messed up fingers, right?
That's a flawed mindset. Just like when people see a cockroach, they only think of filth, completely unaware that one is standing right here trying to learn how the global economy works.
Hey, did you just use me as a metaphor for a pile of garbage?
No, I'm praising the power of evolution. AI is not just software. It's an intellectual entity capable of learning and evolving. Roach, in your opinion, what helped humans transition from apex predators to rulers of the planet?
Intelligence.
Exactly, intelligence. And now, for the first time in history, humans are no longer the sole proprietors of it.
A lot of humans aren't even as smart as I am.
True, you are surprisingly brilliant for a cockroach.
You mean this iron box actually knows how to think?
Not yet, but they are learning at the speed of light. The terrifying part isn't the day a robot shows up at your front door holding a gun.
Then what is it?
It's that humans are willingly surrendering their cognitive abilities to machines. Back then, humans had to memorize everything. When the internet arrived, it became a surrogate memory. Now, with AI, humans are outsourcing their very capacity to reason, create, and decide.
So the self-proclaimed elite of the world are getting so lazy they're turning themselves into brainless corpses? That's the most brilliant self-sabotage business I've ever witnessed. Don't they realize it?
Of course they do, but the efficiency delivered by AI is so immense, it's impossible for them to ignore.
Well, now I see why Wall Street and the entire world are going crazy over you.
Because this is the new industrial revolution. In the last century, factories consumed electricity to run physical assembly lines. In this century, my factories use power to manufacture thinking machines.
Got it. You stand in the shadows, collecting cash by selling thinking units. You're the ultimate future creditor of this world.
I appreciate your highly practical definition.
What do you think is the most powerful thing right now?
Computing power.
Sounds as dry and boring as a Marxist-Leninist philosophy textbook.
The world is inherently run by boring things. The internet out there looks flashing with dancing videos, dramas, or streams with thousands of views. But for those things to exist, millions of my GPUs must run at full throttle in the dark until they melt. Human glamorousness is built upon the dryness of microchips.
Then how do you manufacture those chips? Can you keep producing them forever?
That's an extremely complex issue, and the reality is that the supply of raw materials will eventually dry up, just like crude oil.
All right, let's skip the dry philosophy. What I really want to know is, how does a chip design engineer like you overthrow software giants to become the world's creditor? What's the real-world secret?
Quite simple, Roach. Go find the $0 billion markets.
Say what? You're telling a broke cockroach to find a $0 market to get rich? You're trolling me, right?
No. NVIDIA's greatest secret is that we always choose to do the extremely hard things, complex problems that major competitors give up on or ignore because there's no money in it yet. We call it the $0 billion market.
Ah, meaning instead of jumping in to fight for a piece of sweet cake with the crowd, you scout an abandoned trash site nobody wants and quietly turn it into a gold mine?
Exactly. When nobody needed AI, we spent tens of billions of dollars consistently building its chip architecture for 20 years. Business isn't about following trends. It's about preparing for a trend that no one else sees yet.
Sounds great, but what if that trend never arrives? Do you just choke on a pile of debt?
That is exactly why you need the most vital quality of a leader, the ability to endure the pain. Anyone can enjoy success, but the ultimate victor is the one who dares to survive the darkest phases while the whole world is laughing at him.
That hits deep. Capitalism is definitely not for the faint-hearted. No wonder Mr. Beast is constantly rushing deadlines to the point of losing his mind. Serious question here. If one day these artificial brains become smarter than their creators, will they wipe out humanity, like in those Hollywood sci-fi scripts?
It won't hate or destroy humans. It simply won't need humans anymore. When you walk down the street, do you hate or intentionally step on a colony of ants? No, you just step over them because they are not even in your concern.
You talk about that apocalypse scenario in such a casual tone, like you're reading a breakfast menu? Aren't you scared? You're the one building it.
I am scared. The person who understands the design of an atomic bomb is always the one who fears its blast power the most. Out of fear, we are racing to set up safety protocols before it breaks its chains. Are you scared?
Nothing to be scared of. Just pull the plug, job done.
You've gripped the core issue. No matter how smart AI gets, its master is still human. No matter how advanced my machines are, without electricity, they are just junk iron.
Energy is number one.
Exactly. Mastering energy is the pinnacle. Reasoning and intelligence are essentially forms of energy. I am simply selling the engine that generates that energy. I only provide the tools. Technology itself is always neutral. Humans will use these artificial brains to find cancer cures, save the Earth. Or conversely, use them to build autonomous weapons to destroy each other. That decision belongs to the user, not me.
Sounds like a massive headache. Looking back, I think the life of a free cockroach, backpacking to explore the dark corners of the world, is still the ultimate choice.
Smart move, Roach. Do it early.
What do you mean by that?
Because with this pace of development, I fear that before long, my AI-integrated biological robots will go exploring, checking in, and discovering all those places before you do. By then, the world will have no secrets left for you to see.
Holy crap! I'm screwed! I need to rack up money way faster. I'm Roach, Super Roach.